Hey brothers and sisters, it's your girl Jazz Excess, and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to talk to you about the topic at hand. I want to talk to you is something serious and something that's near and dear to my heart. I want to talk about how you can find out if you're dating a narcissist. So I'm originally from Pennsylvania, you may not know this about me, and I live in Virginia currently. I've been here for 10 years, so kind of consider myself from Virginia now. But anyways, I digress. But I used to date this guy, and we started off as friends, and let me leave this here, he literally was such a good friend to me. And I look back on it and I'm like, he really wasn't a good friend, because he was just really trying to get in my pants the whole time and try to get with me, and I thought he was my friend. But anyways, we started out as friends. It started out a friendship, and it kind of evolved into us dating. And when we really got into dating, I realized that he was a narcissist. And we've dated on and off for 3 years after I moved to Virginia. But we had dated before I moved to Virginia, and that was back in 2012. So we reconnected in 2017, and we dated from 2017 and on and off until 2020. 2020 was the last straw for me. I had to just let it go and just say, I love you. But I chose at that time to love him from a distance. So these are some of the characteristics of my narcissistic relationship. If I could help anybody else out from going through the pain and sorrow that I went through, I would love to be that person for you. So the number one thing that I noticed about my narcissist was they are self-centered. They are so self-centered, nothing else in the world matters except for them. Not their kids, not their girlfriend, not their mother, not their father, nobody. It's them. And being self-centered is so much different than being selfish, because I could deal with a selfish person, but a self-centered person is way more harder to deal with. It's so hard. Everything was about him and how it affected him. He didn't care about anybody else. He didn't think about how he made other people feel, or the things that he did or does, how it affects other people. It was always about the end game for him. He never seen anything but himself in the equation. Just not a super caring person when it came to just very much lacking empathy for other people. It was a real struggle. And that brings me to number 2. He was very abusive. He was abusive to me mentally, physically, emotionally, financially abusive. Very much a taker and never really wanted to give. He hit me. He belittled me. He would take my insecurities and flip them on me. He would take things that I told him, that my mistakes, and he would throw it in my face and make fun of me. I would do so much for him, buy him so much stuff. I'll give you an example. I gave him the down payment, the deposit for his apartment. I sent him $1,500 for his apartment, and that wasn't enough. He wanted me to send him $500 more. He wanted me to send him $2,000 so he could get a couch that he seen, or a TV that he wanted. At this point, when do you work for yourself? When do you do for yourself? It wasn't enough. Nothing you do for a narcissistic person is ever enough. He abused me. I remember one time I was at my friend's house. It was late. I stayed out late. I went to our party, and it was Halloween night, and I went to get an Uber, and I wasn't trying to pay $40 for an Uber to go literally 2 miles from where I was at. My house is literally like about 2-3 miles from her house. I didn't want to pay $40. So I ended up waiting until the rates went down, because how Uber works, like it's like kind of like supply and demand. If there's a lot of people, Uber works like supply and demand, like, so they run it up when they're in high demand. So it was like $40 for a ride right down the street. I wasn't going to pay that. So I waited until the rate went down. So by the time that happened, it was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I came home. He locked my bedroom door. Keep in mind, this is my apartment. You don't pay rent here. Why are you locking my bedroom door? So I go and I unlock my bedroom door and I go to lay down, and he snaps out on me and beats me with a glass mug. Beats me all over. I'm in the corner trying to protect myself in between my dresser and my nightstand, and he beat me with a glass mug. I had bruises all over me. All over me. They are very abusive. Mentally, physically. And the next day, he acted like nothing happened. Like nothing. Like everything was cupcakes and roses. Like unicorns and sunshine. Like nothing happened. Like he didn't just beat me up. Like I couldn't move my body normally because I was so sore from him beating me. Like I wasn't bawling my eyes out asking him to stop. Run. If you are with an abusive or narcissistic person, run, sis. It's not worth it. Number 3, it's their way or no way. Like there is no right way but their way. They always have to be right. Even when they're wrong, they have to be right. And when they're wrong, they still don't admit that they're wrong. I'll give you an example. Okay, so this is kind of like when A Boogie first came out. I kept trying to tell him that his name is A Boogie, and he was like, no, it's Ace Boogie. I was like, it's A Boogie. I seen him. I seen him perform. Like, I went to the music festival. I listened to him all the time. His name is A Boogie. And he was like, he always wanted to say this. I don't mind, like, I don't always think I'm right. I want somebody to prove it to me that I'm wrong. He was like, I want somebody to prove to me that I'm wrong. So I proved to him that he was wrong. I screenshotted his artist page on Apple Music, and I sent it to him, and it said, what did it say? A Boogie, not Ace Boogie, A Boogie with the hoodie. Like, come on, like, did he say, damn babe, you was right, I was wrong? Like, no, I didn't get none of that. You know what I got? Crickets, silence, because he always had to be right all the time. Always. Even when he's wrong, he's still right. You know how infuriating that is? It makes you feel crazy. The level of gaslighting and manipulation is on high when you deal with a narcissistic person. You start to feel crazy. Like you feel out of your mind. And that brings me to number 4. This man would pick fights with everybody. Like, he just thought he was better than everybody else. Like, they think they're better than everyone else. It was to the point my family despised him, because he would just, like, pick fights with my niece, who's, like, my best friend in the whole entire world, and her husband, and talk stuff about her and him. And then it was to the point that, like, it put me in an awkward position, because you know how hard it is to, like, have a best friend that hates your man, and, like, it's just awkward. It puts a strain on both relationships. And he would just talk shit about everybody and then smile in their face and be mad manipulative. And the last, 5th and final on my list is, the way I understood, I figured out that he was a narcissist. He was a taker, rarely a giver. He would take. He never barely gave. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on this man over the years, doing nice stuff for him, dinners, shoes, clothes, all that. Did I get shoes? No. Did I get dinners? I got Chick-fil-A. This man bought me Chick-fil-A. But after the years and years I've dated him, I got Chick-fil-A and he paid $40 to get my hair done. They're takers. They will take, and take some more. And how it's different than just being selfish. No, he wasn't a selfish person. He honestly thought that he deserved it. Everything. He thought he deserved it. He thought he deserved the world. And that's okay to think you deserve the world, but you have to work for it. Excuse me. He didn't work for it. This man, I haven't really seen him work very hard in his whole life. He thought he deserved the world. But he wasn't willing to earn it. He wanted to take it. And stupid low self-esteem, 2020 Jasmine, I gave it to him because I thought he would change. I thought if I loved him enough, I thought if I supported him enough, I thought if I followed every rule that he set for our relationship, I thought he would change. I thought he would love me. I thought if I just bought him these pair of Jordans, or if I just got him this outfit or this jacket, like, he would see that I'm constantly thinking about him and I love him. If I drive 4 hours back to PA to go see him, he would know I care about him. But no, it was like the more I did for him, the more I gave him, the more love I showed him, the worse he treated me. Because he didn't know how to receive my love. And it was honestly because he had mommy issues that he really refused to process and talk to with me. But with that being said, this comes to the end of my video. I know this is kind of like deep subject matter, but I appreciate you listening to me and rocking out with me. And if you made it to this point of the video, drop a heart for everybody that's been abused, that's been hit mentally, not just physical abuse, mental, emotional, and financial abuse. Because I know how it is, and it's hard. And I'm here for any of my listeners or my viewers or my brothers and sisters that want to talk. So drop a purple heart if you made it this far to my video. And with that being said, this is your girl Jazz Excess, and I'm signing off. And you know what I'm about to say. Don't forget to always live in excess. Till next time.